Moving to the interior, really nice shape as well here. None of the wear from your arms on the bolts. There's a little bubbling right there on this panel, door panel, but that's about it. I always check these. If you get too much of your sunblock and skin oils, these will start to deteriorate really quickly. You can see just how good the driver door handle is. And bolsters, a little bit of light wear from getting in and out. Pretty consistent with the mileage, but no tears, no significant cracks through the leather or anything like that. Carpets are all in great shape. We've got the floor mats in the trunk as well. All the weather stripping is here intact. And of course your factory door markings too. Moving to the interior, center console's in good shape. The infamous sticky rubbers on the Maserati. This one, interestingly, is, so for example, this button is really sticky, but then the mute button isn't. And like the volume buttons here are totally perfect, but for some reason the source button's really sticky. Moving to the center console, like the area in between these little buttons is starting to get sticky, but then all of this is totally fine. And so it's kind of hit and miss. Like, I know this is starting to get a little bit of stickiness right there, but then all the rest of this is in totally great shape. So kind of unusual that it doesn't have the total. I mean, I'm used to seeing these things come across with just the whole thing sticky when they're listed for sale, but this one's, with the exception of a couple little isolated areas, it doesn't seem to have the issue. And so I'm not sure why like this would all be not sticky and that button's not sticky, but the source one is. But I don't know, maybe somebody in the comments, if you're a materials specialist, you can kind of explain what the reason for that is. I've always been kind of curious, but otherwise, yeah. So the infamous sticky button issue is beginning to rear its head on some little areas, but most of them are still really, really good. So otherwise, gear shift, all the buttons and everything are great shape. You can see that there's no leather peeling or anything. Got a little light bubble kind of starting in the leather right there, but I mean, you really have to look for it to notice it. Headliner isn't sagging. That's all in great shape there, and no significant wear on the steering wheel either anywhere. I'll give it a little rev. All the functions work. Obviously you got your headlights, all the power seat functions, power windows, and then rear seats. I don't know if these have ever even been sat in. And let me check. Yeah, this doesn't really seem to be sticky either, so I'm not quite sure why little bits of it are starting to show a little signs of stickiness, but mostly still in really good shape. Moving to the trunk, we've got the floor mats hiding back here, as well as your Maserati, all the owner's manuals and books and everything. You can see no corrosion or anything on any of the panels. This door panel, really great shape. Oh, you got that little bit of bubbling happening right down there. So that must be a Maserati thing. You see the power function works when you put the seat forward and then back, it'll automatically retract. All of the wood's in stellar shape, none of that's cracked. A really pretty color too. I love this kind of dark tan, kind of like a terracotta color. Really cool. Oh, on the dashboard there is the, I don't know, Maserati's infinite wisdom. They've got the yellow light for the passenger airbag. But if I sit my tush down, you can see that goes away. And then it'll come back on when I get out. So that's not a malfunction, that's just the way they designed it. For some reason is they just always want you to be aware that your passenger airbag is off. Oh, you got your glove compartment too. And that panel's a little sticky. Not super bad, but a little bit. And so, yeah, again, interesting. I'm used to seeing these where they're just, everything is just turned into like a gooey gel. And so that's kind of interesting that this one's just got little bits of it starting in certain areas, but for the most part, all still really good. We'll go to the engine bay and show that it doesn't have any ticks or weird noises or anything like that. Car runs absolutely awesome. It idles dead smooth. It's never given me any kind of a hiccup. It runs absolutely awesome. And we'll do a little driving video as well to try to show that the transmission doesn't have any clunks or any issues like that as well. But as I take these videos, you know, it's easy for me to miss things. If there's anything that you want a closer picture of, a video of, anything at all, don't hesitate to reach out. You can reach me at grant@renewauto.com is my email. Or you can just call or text me direct at 435-278-8915, and we'll talk to you then. Thanks.